Well, I have as much respect for Steve as I do anybody in college basketball and the job he does. And this venue is obviously one of the best in America. We didn't win this game today. We won it with our preparation early in the week. We'd had a long time off since our last game. Gave us an opportunity to get Coleman back and in practice. But we had a great week of prep. I was very focused on the rebounding side of things. I was very focused on our offensive execution. We added a few things. And then, our saying defense travels, toughness travels. To do that, we knew they would make a run, but to hold the team to 33%, whatever it was, when we're on the road is something I feel really, really good about. And then to just dominate the glass, double them up on the glass is very unique. So all in all, I thought Coleman was great defensively. I thought he did a great job on Cliff. And then offensively, he just spaces the floor. I thought Marcus Damask, his floor game, his ability to score in post-ups was elite. And then obviously Terrence showed why Terrence is one of the best players in the country. So, all in all, a great road win. These are like gold in this league, and I'm excited to get the first one out of the way. And we've got 19 more.
Is this another level of Terrence, and maybe how much did last year being a number one guy help him now step up maybe another, especially in terms of the consistency?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Terrence is comfort. There was so much unknown last year. He was a new player in our program, just trying to be a piece of it. We were young. We're obviously not young. We're older. Just the comfort of knowing that. And he was obviously a first-team All-League guy last year. But I think he didn't rest on his laurels. He took advantage of his experience going through the draft. He got better. He worked. That's showing in his game. And I've said this, I think he's the best two-way player in the country. Defensively, he's elite, and tonight we get 10 rebounds out of him. Terrence can do that every night, and that's what good players do, is they find ways to stuff a stat sheet and help their team win, and he's doing it all.
Brad, when you're going against a team with this kind of defensive pressure, you're going to turn it over some. How do you get through those situations, those runs?
Yeah, I mean, we're a really good passing team. So I didn't feel like you ever had to really handle it. You just kind of pass it. And I thought what we did on the backside of it was more important than what we did on the attacking it. I thought we took our opportunities when we were there, but we had one or two things we got into. We didn't simplify. I mean, we just simplified, dumbed down everything, and tried not to complicate it. I think where teams get in trouble is they try to run a set or something at the end of their press, and all of a sudden you got 10 seconds on the shot clock, and it's taking you 12 to get your pieces in place. We can pass. We can, we made shots tonight, and we can drive it. So I thought we did a good job against it.
Brad, how concerned were you about the long layoff?
I wasn't.
Before practice.
I was. We needed it. And it was great timing from the standpoint that we had to get Coleman back. Coleman had set out over 2 weeks, missed 3 games, trying to clear up, pretty severe tendonitis, quad tendonitis issue that was down in his knee, and he'd been limping around. Our training staff, our trainer, Paul Schmidt, our strength coach, lived with him. We've got him back and in a good place. So I wasn't worried about it. I was actually pretty excited about the fact we needed it.
Brad, given the way Rutgers plays, how shocking is it to you that You went 55 to 27 on the boards, and you had more offensive rebounds than they had defensive rebounds.
That's unique. I thought that it was an area that we've always been good at. I've been really upset with my team because of our lack of offensive rebounding. We've been a top team a top team in our league, a top team in the country in terms of offensive rebounding over the years. And to win games on the road, you have to offensive rebound. You got to find some easy baskets, and we weren't finding enough easy baskets. I thought Quincy Guerrier, I thought Justin Harmon, I thought early we were really Ty Rogers. I thought we were really effective on the glass, and we were doing it from all 5 spots. So it was a point of emphasis. I'm glad it sunk in because we needed all of that today to win.
What carryover did you maybe see offensively from what you did in practice this week to today?
Yeah, a lot. I thought it was. We've really tried to emphasize. We've been trying to emphasize driving the ball. I go back to our Kansas exhibition. We shot 26 free throws in one half, and we just got passive. I thought we made really good decisions tonight in terms of when to attack in transition and when not. I think that's we had 1 or 2 segments in the first half, 1 or 2 possessions where we got a little out of sorts. But on the road you got to be selective. I thought we did a good job of that, and we drove the ball. And Terrence was impressive the first half, getting downhill. Marcus was living in the paint, as was Ty.
Talk about how different or how difficult it is to win on the road in the Big Ten, and how difficult this place is. What was it about the start tonight that brought that energy and got the guys going out to the good start?
Well, one, it's a league game. It's there's a different. It's hard to explain till you're in the locker room and you're in practice. It's a different aura about a league game, and that every facility is going to be packed. Every team's going to be prepared. They know us better than anybody else we've played to this point, and but it is very hard. And Steve's one of the elite coaches in the country. That's a very good basketball team. They've got the record for a reason. They're going to win a ton of games. Cliff is one of the best defenders and best athletes in college basketball, and so it's like gold. You dread it when you have to go on the road, but it's like stocking gold, taking a piece of gold out of Fort Knox and stocking it in your locker room. It's so hard to do in this league, and you got to be extra tough. And like we said, that's what we try to build our program on is toughness and defense, and tonight we were able to do both of those.
You had said you weren't concerned about Marcus having a couple of off games. Was there anything you saw in the lead up that you knew he was going to be this good tonight?
Well, I knew in the recruiting process he always played pretty good in big games. This game was he was great in Marquette. He was really solid. I think he's starting to find more comfort in everything that we're doing. I think he's if Marcus does anything, he works too hard. He lives in the gym, but you get rewarded for that, and he's starting to see that. And again, tonight was a night we put the ball in his hands a lot. We love the matchup, and we know how good a post player he is.
Time for 2 more.
You just mentioned matchups. When you go into this, do you look at sometimes you have almost like a point guard by committee, different guys running it, whether do matchups play a huge role in who you use there?
Absolutely. I think that's the world today. I think that you put good basketball players out there. We're getting better at making our reads. We're getting better at handling certain things. We've got we got multiple guys who can do it. Justin can make really good decisions. So I don't. I let you guys get all consumed with that, and I worry about who the opponent is and how they approach it. So Noah Fernandez is as good an on-ball defender as there is in the country. I mean that dude's a pest, and it's a we did a pretty solid job against him.
What difference did having Coleman mean for maybe what you were able to do?
Yeah, Coleman's a unique guy. I mean, he's 6'10". I didn't truly expect him to have a great shooting night. It's hard when you've been out a couple weeks. But he just stretches the floor. He can handle it. He's intelligent. He's a very good screener. He is capable of making 5 threes, so you better go guard him. And, we did a lot of spacing tonight with him when Cliff was on him. And, it took Cliff out of the paint. It opened the paint up a little bit. And Coleman gives you that luxury where with some of our other guys, we don't have that. Thank you.